Hey Style Rebel, welcome to today's style session, which is going to be a little different than we usually do, but I'm excited to be on with you today, and I have a very, very special guest and friend of mine. So if you're watching this live or on the replay, you guys are in for such a treat because I personally know that especially today, it's a day that we need to lift each other up. So that is my style, and that's what we're going to be talking about today. And I have my friend and my mindset coach on with us, Jordana Foster. I'm going to tell you a little bit about her in just a second, but I hope that you feel encouraged to maybe spread this in your news feed, because I'm sure you have girlfriends, family, females in your life that are going to need this inspiring message. So that's what it's all about today. And if you've been following along with me for a while, you know that this community has been built to motivate women, inspire women, doing this together as a true community. And so I continue to promise to do that here, even on those days that I'm talking about clothes and accessories and colors and all that sort of stuff. It's to inspire and motivate all of us. So let me first start by telling you a little bit about Jordana, who is absolutely amazing. And I have to tell you, every time I have a conversation with her, I'm ready to I told her this the other day, to run a marathon. So I'm going to share a little bio. That way I don't chop anything out. But so Jordana Foster is the founder of Ready, Set, Go Beyond. She's also a mindset coach, my personal mindset coach, a business strategist and motivational speaker certified with John Maxwell team. She helps businesses and entrepreneurs and organizations get out of their own way, because this happens so often, especially during times like we're experiencing now and have for a very long time, to get unstuck and to get very clear on your goals. She gives her clients effective tools, that's 100% true, strategies to up-level their performance, enhance communication, and shift mindset, which is a big part of this conversation that we're going to have today. So Jordana, I'm so happy to finally have you on.
Ginna! Thank you so much. You are just a huge thank you and shout out to you. You are such an amazing person and friend and business owner, and you inspire so many people, and you are so talented and knowledgeable in both of your businesses with the style and also the branding. And I'm also a client of both. So you guys, if you're not, you need to be, and we need to talk because I highly recommend you and what you do. But it's a thrill to be here with your amazing community. So thank you for having me.
Yes. And I know that, just from us talking one-on-one, and obviously, with all the events that have been going on over the last few days, and really over the last few months, it's a time where people are very unsure about how to move forward. And I know for myself, there's many days that I don't know what to do. I don't know how to move forward. I don't know if I feel like getting dressed and work and, do the things that I need to do, because I also have children that are looking up to me and this community too. So, what are you feeling about, about what we can do to keep us going, stay focused, and all that?
Well, I'm so glad you said that. It's a conversation that we need to be having, and I'm glad to be having it here with you, because we're all struggling right now, okay? It's not perfect, and a lot of us are having a tough time getting motivated, feeling like we need to be showing up and getting out there. It's, we don't feel like it, and our dreams and goals don't care how we feel. okay? And our bills don't care. But I want to really address how we're feeling, because I'm going to be giving, sharing some ways for all of us to stay positive during this really trying and challenging time, right? I had my show last night, and I didn't even promote the show because I wanted to be respectful and everything like that. So it was, but I knew that my message, and this is what you just said, I want to play into what you just said. People are counting on what we have to say. People are counting on us showing up, our families and our kids and our communities. And you don't know who your message is going to reach and how it can help inspire and motivate them. So that's why we need to really support and spread light and kindness and positivity, because it's really easy not to feel that way with good reason. But it's going to set us back, and we really need to keep moving forward in spite of all of that.
And as you guys hop on, I know most will watch this on the replay, and we appreciate you watching no matter which way you watch. So thank you for being here. But give us a hashtag sparkle if there's something that you hear that really resonates with you.
Having this opportunity to have this dialogue and have this conversation about a really important subject, and how we are all going through this and how we can get better and feel better, because I'm all about feeling better even when things all around us are really, take a deep breath. It's difficult, but we really need to do that for everybody that's in our circle and outside of our circle and our community and everybody here. So I wanted to say that staying positive doesn't mean that you have to be happy all the time. You don't have to be on all the time, and everything doesn't have to be perfect all the time, because it's not, right? It's not.
Right.
But it means
perfect. Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, perfection isn't attainable. If you're going to keep striving for perfection, you're going to be disappointed, and you're going to feel horrible and not want to move forward. But instead of striving for that perfection, strive for progress. And the progress is what we all need to be doing. Just a little something today, just a little something. Put on that necklace, or put on that lipstick, or put on, something bright, like, and we'll talk about colors, because with Eugene, I mean, color, especially with style and branding, impacts all of us. And so we need to be very intentional. And you're going to hear me if I'm your coach, and I'm privileged to have the honor of being your coach. and we need to be intentional with our thoughts and with our actions and with our feelings, okay? And so what I was saying is, staying positive doesn't mean that it has to be perfect or you have to be happy all the time, but it means that even during these tough times and hard days that we're all experiencing, and some more than others, right?
Oh, yeah.
It means that we have faith, and we believe and know that things are going to get better, and that there will be better days ahead of us. So I really love to be able to have that kind of in the back of my mind, because if you really believe that with all of your heart, then that takes on you're shifting your mindset for possibility, and you can breathe a little easier and just know. So again, helping people feel better is where it's all about, because we need to move forward. We can't just stay stuck.
Right. Yeah.
Right?
Oh,
and let me ask you, before I start giving some tips, when you're talking, and I watch your lives all the time, and you have so many great suggestions, doesn't color play a role in what we're selecting? Like, you chose, and I love it. We're both wearing pink, but you guys, check this out. Ginna's wearing a bright, vibrant, like fuchsia, right? If I can, and a gorgeous necklace.
Yeah.
And what does that do, and why did you choose that? Like, what does that color mean to you?
It just makes me happy, and it keeps me in action. A perfect example was yesterday. I actually went to the orthopedic to get my foot checked out, because I messed it up a few weeks ago doing a TikTok with my daughter. So the x-ray technician, she said to me, you're so colorful. I had a turquoise button down shirt blouse, and it was open with a white tank underneath and jeans and like just little Sketcher shoes. But she was so surprised that us being at home so much that I came in with color and not in sweatpants. And she was like, I love this. I love seeing people dressed up like this. And it not only did it, it create like a great conversation between her and I, but it made her smile because she was seeing somebody come in that's like lively and, so the aura that I think, I brought in was great. And for me, that to me pays off. So it's how it makes me feel, but then also how it impacts other people that I come into contact with. So to me, that's super important. And color does that. Color does that for me. And yeah, so.
Interesting what you just said. Thank you for sharing that, because you found an awareness. You were very specific. You knew, first thing you said, it made you feel good.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of got you going.
Right.
So we need to be very selective with the clothes that we're wearing and the thoughts that we're having, because the mindset is the same thing. She picked up on your energy with the colors that you were wearing, and it kind of not only made you feel good, but then it affected her and her mood, right? And then maybe she's going to choose something colorful tomorrow. Well, I chose this without even I'm sure that I did think it through, but without even actually things going on. And I asked you, I said, look, you're wearing something, we're both wearing pink, but understand this, you guys. Yours is very, and I wear bright colors too, and they make me feel good. I'm wearing a very soft pink today. And when I asked you about the color, you said it had a very calming effect. So isn't it interesting? So I really want you to be very careful, is to build your awareness around the clothes that you're wearing, and Ginna can help you with that. The colors that you're choosing, how they make you feel, those colors, okay? If it's not an outfit or a color that makes you feel good, or a thought, in my business, I'm a mindset coach, if that thought isn't serving you, you need to have your awareness so heightened, which is what I do, because I want you, like I have a band, you like flick it, to get that, you need to be aware of that. So if it's not, so when I heard that this was calming, it really resonated with me, because my message is not only to inspire and motivate, but I want to encourage and calm and create that positivity. So that was such a perfect way to talk about that, and to kind of that segue into how style, shifting your style and shifting your mindset are all really connected, because how you feel right now affects everyone around you, not just you.
Right.
And everybody senses your energy. So I'm not saying that you need to be dancing around, because things are very trying and difficult right now. But I'm saying not to have you laying down in quicksand either. You need to acknowledge, I'm all about assessment, acknowledge where you're at and how you're feeling and what's going on, and then figure out what the next step is to help you feel better and what you can do to make things better around you, within you, okay, in your community, in the world. We all make a difference, one person at a time, just like what you did with that woman. So what we can do, first of all, is we can limit our intake to the news. And what I mean is, I am not in any way saying not to be informed, because we all need to stay informed. We need to get the facts. We need to know what's going on, but you need to get it and get out. You need to get it and turn it off, okay? Because, if you need it, don't have it playing 24/7 in the back and on your, we don't realize the impact that's having on our mood and our energy, but we need to be informed, but we can't need it. We can't have it cause such a reaction that we're doing nothing with our lives, that we don't feel like we can make things better and make ourselves feel better. right?
Yes, it's so true. I was actually coaching a client yesterday or the day before, and she was having a really tough time because she was telling me typically her morning routine is to write in her gratitude journal. She watches the news for a little bit, like maybe 30 minutes, writes in her gratitude journal, does exercise, but she got so consumed with the news that day that her entire day was just thrown off. She got very depressed. And she was, I'm glad that her and I had the call because she was going to restart her day after our coaching call. Like she was going to just start it over. And I'm glad that she took that initiative because, she could have just, maybe if her and I had not spoken, she could have just spent the whole day that way, but it's very true that when you get sucked in and consumed with the news, it really does have an effect on how you go about your day and how you feel.
Absolutely. And that's a great example. I did an experiment with 2 of my clients because they were watching too much and I could feel that their energy obviously was horrible. So low. They weren't accomplishing anything. They didn't feel good. They weren't getting dressed. Nothing. And so we did this thing about how often they were watching. And I had them actually, which you guys should do, I tell my clients all this time, write down when you're watching it. Now, interesting with your story with your client, if I hope I didn't get it wrong, but you said that she watched the news and then she did gratitude. And that
well,
is
no, I don't know if that was her order. Yeah, I don't think that was her order. But
okay,
just telling me like what she does in the morning. Yeah.
Right.
But
it shouldn't even be at the start of your day. We should always start with gratitude because we have so much to be grateful for, even during the tough times. And even if it's harder for you to find something, I guarantee you're going to find things to be grateful for. Look at your health, look at your family, that you have a roof over your head. There's so many things that we can't take for granted.
Right.
And so, yes, that's a great story. Another one is to watch our social media intake as far as some of the negativity that might be on there. And again, a lot of these things, and when I'm talking about controlling our thoughts, because thoughts become, well, actually, I'm going to start over. Our feelings, how we're feeling right now, it's real, okay? And we have to acknowledge them. And those feelings become thoughts, okay? And those thoughts becomes, all of those thoughts and feelings, you can start with the feeling and it create a thought. You can have a thought and it can create a feeling. However it begins for you, it's real and you need to acknowledge them. And then all of those thoughts and feelings turn into action or inaction.
Right.
And so that's where we really need to be aware of everything around us and within us. And we do have the power. We can't control anything else that's going on around us. I wish we could. I wish I could wave a magic wand and make everything better, but we can't. So what we can do is we can just work on us, okay? Right. And the impact we can have within our circles and our community and the world and everything, and your community, which is amazing. Because I want to tell you, one of the things that I have here to talk about is that it's really important to surround yourself with a community of people who lift you up, who listen to you, who support you, have a voice, and community that you've built. I'm big on community, is amazing. And you have one for both of your businesses. And I really think it's essential right now. It's really beneficial to have guidance. And that's why I love what I do as a coach and a mentor, because we need to be having these conversations. When you're not having them, it's really bad. It's very dangerous when you keep everything inside. So I love that you have this for your community and for us to be having this conversation about our difficult times that we're in right now and how we're going to not just get through them, guys, we're going to grow through them, and we're going to get better through them if you work on it and if you want to. You know, before your show today, we had a conversation, and before my show yesterday, you know, business has to continue, you guys.
Yeah.
But we have to do it in the right way. And we have to be very mindful, and we have to be very intentional with how you're showing up. And I know that event that was originally what this was about, and it does come circle back, right, Ginna, about how we're showing up but why we should show up.
Right.
I mean, it's important for us to get our message and our light and our energy out there, and to give them the tools for the style and the branding and the mindset. Because if we don't, then you might just stay where you are and you're not moving forward. You're just staying put. And that's the worst thing you could be doing. I'm not even talking about your business right now, because some of you might not have businesses. Some of you may, some of you, it doesn't matter. But as human beings, it's about our being. It's about our thinking. And if you're not intentional with the choices you're making, just like when you select an outfit because you have a style guide and you have her, you know, Ginna as the coach, if you're not selective with your thoughts and you're not aware of your feelings, then you will get stuck. And then you're going to be setting yourself so much further back from achieving any of the goals, any goal, any dream that you have for yourself. And that's not helping you. That's not helping the people who are looking to you. Your kids, if you have kids, you guys, they're watching you. They're watching us.
Yeah.
And they're seeing how we're reacting to everything that's going on. And we need to react to it, and we need to have feelings about it. But then what are you going to do about it? How are you going to be showing up to inspire and motivate? So, you know, those are some things. I also think we should be in growing ourselves. I want you to do 3 things. Again, this is all about boosting your positivity when you really don't feel like it, or it might not seem like where am I going to find that? I'm not really feeling motivated today. I don't feel like it. So do 3 things that will make you feel better. So 1 for your mind. So either read, which reading to me is key. That's a whole nother conversation we could be talking about. So in 20 minutes a day of reading, okay? Or listen to Audible if you have Audible. And we're not in our cars right now so much, so you should be reading. And the other, or listening to a podcast, watching my show, whatever it is, watching Ginna's show, whatever it is to fill you up. The second one is doing something that's good for your body, okay? Something physical. It could be yoga. It could be a virtual Zoom class, unless they're doing them in person live now. If you have a dog, walk your dog, go for a run, whatever it is, gardening. Do something that, you know, for your body. Okay. And then I want you to do something for your spirit, for your energy. It could be cooking or baking. I see a lot of people baking right now, Ginna. Do you? To bake. Cooking, making a really good meal. And when you do those 3 things every day, you're filling your tank up. You're filling yourself up, right? Have you felt that? Tell me.
I actually, so yesterday, another day, so another thing that happened yesterday, and my husband pointed it out to me, was I said to him, I felt very, like, my brain just felt very disheveled, disorganized. And he said, well, do you mind if I say something? I'm like, no, here it comes. He said, I notice that you haven't worked out like you usually do. I love working out.
Yeah.
And I bet that has a lot to do with you not feeling like you're in your routine, you know? And it's so true. And I actually, you know, because I hurt my foot, so because I can't run or walk, I figured, oh, I can't do, you know, I can't be active, but I still can. There's other things I can do. But I wasn't making the time for it, and I let things take over, that are filling up my, the space, and not a very positive way. So, I know, when he actually said that to me, then I was like, yeah, but you're so right, because ever since I stopped going for my walk or my run, or, even if it's a 15-minute yoga class on YouTube, I felt very disheveled. I felt out of sorts. I felt out of my place. So it's doing all of those things, not one or two of them. It's actually a collective effort of doing all of that really helps your mind, body, and soul.
Yes. And I love that he made you aware of something that you weren't aware of. And that's so important, because sometimes we don't. We just know that we don't feel like ourselves, especially now. And part of what you just said is the perfect thing leads into my next point, is that we need to establish in all this virtual or living on, with our Zooms and our businesses and our lives being very disrupted right now with everything, having a routine. If you don't schedule it, if you don't put it down in your phone, or if you have old school, like I have, agendas, if you don't put it down, it's not going to happen. We schedule our meetings. Why not schedule your morning routine and then you really need to prep yourself for the rest of the day. But that's part of what I teach, as my client. That's the first thing that I make sure that my clients do. It's whatever I preach, I practice, I live it. And if I don't, I, like you, will notice a huge depletion in my energy. And then you're like, why am I feeling this? Well, I don't feel, I didn't get a good, there's a reason. And you have less patience for things. Like you got to get that activity in. You got to, work on your mindset. You need to do things that are going to make you feel good. I love the working out part. It's part of our routine that we need to do to boost our positivity and our motivation when we are struggling right now with everything that's going on. It's really important. So minding our mind, right, is we need to mind our mind. Other people, now if your husband was amazing and he kind of, gave you a little tip, that's great. You have, somebody who is acknowledging that, but we really need to build our awareness. And we also need to, this is another thing that'll make you feel good. I love this one. Practice random acts of kindness. Okay? Like just do something, whether it's virtually, compliment somebody or like their page or make a comment, or if it's in person, if you're at the market, wearing your mask, of course. And, and you, like, I am always, my family makes fun of me because I talk to everybody. Oh my gosh, can I help you? Or that's nice. Or they'll say, I'm tall, can you reach that? And I'll like help them. And, do you need help with this? Or I'll compliment someone. All of the guys who work at the Publix, I basically am mentoring several of them. I help them from high school to college, and now they're graduating college. It's like, it's my project with them. And what you can do, pay for somebody's, if you're getting coffee at Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts, pay a few dollars for the coffee person behind you. Like, you don't know the impact of a word or a gesture or a comment or a smile. Too many people aren't smiling right now. And I know there's not a lot to be smiling about, but there are some things like I talked about. And if we smile at somebody who, we can't hug, we can't high five, can't do all that, but we can smile, and a smile has a huge impact on a stranger or someone that knows you. And it lights us up inside when we smile, right?
Totally. Or send a card, like a handwritten card, or even a message through Facebook Messenger. That's something that I have on my list in the morning of to-dos. I'll try to connect with, just somebody that I haven't really connected with in a while, just to say hello.
Yes, that was okay. Do you know what I was going to talk about? Obviously. Yes, yes, perfect. Because we all need to check in with each other. Okay, that's why this community is so important. Why being part of the community is so important. Why maybe having a coach or a mentor is important, because when somebody checks in on you, you know, if you're not having a good day, and somebody just says, just not just, hey, how are you doing, and not listen for the answer.
Right.
That's not, hey, how you doing, and then just keep going.
No, I know. That's, yeah.
We need to really wait for the answer and not think about what we're going to say next. Just wait for the answer. We all need to be heard and have that support and encouragement now more than ever. And I think that little gestures and all these little tips and efforts that we can make, they're all deliberate, they're all intentional, and they're all impactful for us and everyone around us. And so that's why it's so important for us to feel good in spite of what's going on, because we will then create that energy to help other people feel good, to feel better in spite of, and then to kind of shift, breathe, the energy and the mindset and the, we all need to do this one person at a time, one community at a time, to make everything better for all of us. But I do believe in the power of that. I believe in the power of me meeting you and us connecting the way that we do. We have so many, amazing synergies, and I love what you're doing and how you've helped me and the friendship that we've built.
Thank you.
And the community needs to think about how they can collaborate with people and support with them. It's not just about what I'm doing and what you're doing. Like, how can we all support and encourage and lift each other up? Let's look at that.
Mm-hmm. Collaborating is a big, I think, focus word in what you just said. Yeah, when people are collaborating together, it just makes such a big difference.
Well, what happens is it takes it off of I, and it makes it we.
Right.
Right? And by doing so, the messages that we both, I have my message and my lane is mindset, right? And your lanes are style and branding, marketing and everything. And there's such a synergy to them. But here we know, and we found that we needed to get this message out there to your community, because there are so many tips and tools that we can hopefully give them that will help them navigate this time. And it also makes us feel better, because you guys, we're experiencing what you're experiencing.
Oh, totally.
Just because we're on here doesn't mean we're not.
Oh, yeah.
It means we're doing it in spite of, which is really the point, that we need to show up in spite of how you're feeling. You need to dress up in spite of how you're feeling. And you need to really step up and dress up and do your part for you and everyone around you. Like I love being able to to be here with you and for us to talk about this. Tell me, yeah.
No, it's been awesome, and I hope that that some more ladies come on and get to listen to this, because I think it's super important. So I appreciate your time. I did want to tell everybody, so if you are watching this right now on the live, I don't see anybody, or if you happen to hop on the replay, if you see down below, you can get a 30-minute complimentary style, branding, and marketing session with me, and a session with Jordana So just say the word splash, and I will make sure to reach back out to you via Messenger to coordinate that. I hope that you take us up on this offer, especially if it's for Jordana, because right now I know it's super important. I can't tell you like what a shift in my mindset it's been to be working with her, both, you know, professionally and on a personal level. So I'm so thankful for how it all played out.
And I'm so grateful to you. You know, I'm grateful for our friendship, number one, and being able to, you know, be your coach, and also to have you as my branding and style coach, because I will tell you that the branding perspective that you've helped me with my business. And if you guys haven't taken Ginna up on any of her offerings, you really need to, because she really knows her stuff and she's so authentic. And I thank you for allowing me to, you know, share with this, you know, share in this, and all of our collaborations and everything. You are amazing, and I love being part of this community and being with you. So thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. And I want to let everybody know too that if you need an extra like boost on Tuesdays at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, Jordana has her show on Ready, Set, Go, Beyond, live on Facebook. It's also a radio show, and definitely take a listen to that. It's always there on the replay too, but your shows are amazing. So it's
Thank you.
It's like a coaching session.
So, thank you. I appreciate that. That was my intention.
So make sure to watch, and I will be back on next Wednesday at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time. All right. Thank you guys. Jordana, anything else?
No, just I want everybody to really, again, be mindful of your thoughts and your feelings and your actions, and do everything that you can from the moment you wake up with your morning routine to set the tone for your expectations of how you want to feel and what you want to accomplish. And it's all within you, how your positivity and motivation comes through. And I wish you all, I hope you all feel good and be well and keep going.
Yeah. All right, ladies.
Thank you so much, Ginna.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody. Have a great day.